We're here to remember that we are more than stories, more than skin, more than survival. We are divine identities, coded in stardust and soul, skin, more than survival. We live in alignment with the infinite, in rhythm of ancient wisdom, and in harmony with collective purpose. Our mission is to reveal the Christ within, to awaken the God seed in every soul, to equip the new humanity for sacred, relevant, and impactful engagement across every sphere of life. Here at Wi-Fi, love is unconditional, trust is a frequency, faith is a force, and power flows where truth lives. This is Wisdom in Flow, where the divine rises, and you remember who you've always been. Stay connected with us to live aligned, love deeply, and flow divinely. Our core values are divine love, radical oneness, conscious awakening, and transformative service. We believe that all of life flows from and within the universe's divine essence, a loving, omnipresent, and inclusive presence expressed fully in every soul. Each person is a living temple of God, and our sacred practice is to see and express the divine in ourselves and all of life. This is love in action. We affirm a unified world where no soul is excluded, opposed by darkness, and no power stands outside of love. We equally believe in the urgency to awaken humanity to the good news of their redemption. Divine invitation to rise from an inferior expression of life to the most radiant, attractive, and abundant life possible. Our calling is to embody this truth and co-create a reality where spirit flows freely, purposefully, and powerfully. Father, Mother, God, the embodying presence of all life. May the forces of me now become just and attentive to divine prompting, that the most we awake the power of your spiritual presence. Father, Mother, God, if my entire life in the conscious union with you, renewing me daily in the spirit of love, forgiveness, and fullness of joy. In this body temple of me, in which you live, let your goodwill shine forth through my aura, redeeming, consecrating, and perfecting all I see, touch, and relate with. All of the holy thoughts of my Father, Mother, God, take the wings of the wind, and in the flash of lightning, minister as angels to my soul. God, you are the light, the power, and eternal blessing. In you I live always, and to you be the all glory forever. In the center of the universe, within the vastness of my soul, I evoke thee to come forth, O God of all life, all wisdom, all power, all love, and all splendor to flourish for my laudable undertaking. I am one of thee, the great spirit of spirits, because the fullness of you embodies in my soul. Let your power, love, and presence shine radiantly through me, guiding all my ways, and divine ambitions to reveal the brightness of the day. Abiding in the center of you, most adorable God, my will and courage are energized by a dream of beauty and power. My ways are filled with holy influence as an expression to all your attributes within me. In union with you, as your power works through me, nothing in the entire universe opposes my good. All things work for the fulfillment of my will. Spirit of the air, administering the life presence of God to me, renewing my soul, mind, and body. Spirit of the fire, administering God's transforming and transmutating grace through me, making me bright as I absorb holy learning from pain. The spirit of the water is ministering God's restoring grace through my life, and I am ever purified and reborn in the fullness of God's presence. The spirit of the earth is ministering God's stabilizing love in my soul. In the fullness of my Godhood, I'm radiantly perfect in the midst of the element. I successfully create my will to the glory of God. O God, flame me with divine love and wisdom purifies my mind and will. And you have become health, of my soul, mind, and body. All of life is assembled, working for my highest good, and my life will become never ending, ever revealing glory of your mighty presence. I take authority over my life and bless every condition I go through to reveal the greater goods in my life. To you, O Father, Mother, God, the most holy, who is the fastest of my soul, be all praise and glory throughout ages. To your name, be might and power without end. Amen.
Amen. God bless you, Joshua. God bless every one of you for being part of this morning's Sacred Flow service. It's good to see all of you. Though I can only see some of Mommy here, but I can feel all of you behind closed doors. So far showing his face. It's good. I am happy to be here, and I equally know that you are happy to be here also. Paul said in the book of Galatians, for some shame, I wanted to start with a verse. I just slept on the verse, just kept popping up in my head. Is it Galatians 5 or 6? It says, stand fast in the liberty wherein Christ has set you free. And do not entangle yourself again with the yoke of bondage. Whilst you are in this space, I want you to allow yourself the liberty it deserves, the liberty you deserve. To free your mind, free yourself of any agitation, of any entanglement. Set yourself free from anything. You cannot be in this space, in this sacred space, holding on to anything. Allow yourself the liberty that you deserve, the liberty wherein Christ has set you free. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. Release yourself of all mental noise. Allow your body to soften. Whilst you're enjoying your breath, I want you to remember this. That your breathing in and your breathing out is the very expression of the life of God. He said, and God breathed unto man, and man became a living soul. So as you inhale deeply, fully, feeling the sensation in your physical body, and as you breathe out completely, you are expressing the very life of God. I want you to fully inhale and exhale 4 deep breaths. With each inhalation, I want you to scan from the sole of your feet to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, you do likewise, scanning from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet.
Imagine being able to
Now let us allow ourselves to draw from the mind to the heart space, becoming aware of the sacred presence that is always here. This is the presence of pure spirit, divine intelligence, infinite one by whatever name you choose, God, source, or divine love. We are not seeking to become spiritual. We are remembering that we are spirit beings using human experience for grand spiritual awakening. And in this remembrance, we realign with the truth of our being, whole, worthy, empowered, connected. We are not here to get something. We are here to let something emerge. So we open ourselves to the divine download, to inner guidance, and to truth that liberates. Right here, right now, we acknowledge that the one true life, whole, perfect, and complete, is expressing through us, as us, and in us. I speak these words of truth knowing that the presence of spirit is alive in each and every one of us in this space, online and in person. Each one here is by divine appointment, ready to be uplifted, expanded, and connected. We release all thoughts of limitation, doubt, or fear, and we affirm, I am receptive, I am available, I am aligned with the highest good. In the spirit of divine entities bearing this work, we welcome transformation not just for ourselves, but for the collective soul of humanity. We open this service with holy expectation that transformation is not only possible, it is inevitable when we surrender to divine will. Now, by this sacred intention, we enter a moment of stillness. Here, beyond words, beyond thought, is the source of all. Here we listen not with the ears, but with the ear of the heart. Let a still small voice guide you. Let divine love embrace you. Be still and know that all is within. And as we return from stillness, we bring with us a renewed awareness of our purpose. We bless this service, any speaker, any singer, and any soul that will share. We affirm that this time together is sacred, powerful, and transformative. And so we say together, and so it is. Amen.
I'm not sure if it's me, but your video appears still. I'm not sure if maybe it's my bandwidth.
Really? I can see myself moving.
It's fine. I think it's yours.
Oh. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Can you see me? Can you see me move?
Pardon?
Can you see me move?
Yeah.
I'm still getting low bandwidth communications.
If you can
It's
turn your
fine.
volume
We
up
can
a
hear
bit.
you, so
We can see and hear you, but please turn your volume up a bit. Your volume is a bit down.
we have high bandwidth, so we can see and hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I moving?
You are moving, sir. You are moving.
Okay, all right. Happy Valentine. I don't even know what that means, but yeah. Ah, God. You know, we'll have to sacrifice some of the gadgets because I don't know what else to do. I mean, if you're talking, I can't hear you. I don't know.
No, I said let me check the router.
Yeah, please. If there's something blocking it, because I'm not. Is it? Okay, I keep getting. Okay, all right, that's fine. I'm not sure if you had the benefit of enjoying our latest banger. I shared it yesterday. Did you listen? You're muted, okay?
Yeah, I did, Rev.
What are your thoughts?
Know my thoughts. Beautiful. My thoughts is always one. Beautiful.
As usual.
If it's nice, play it twice. It's our own music, so no copyrights in the.
Thank you for this breath between us, for the silence when you stay. Nothing promised, nothing borrowed. Still, I choose you anyway. We are stardust in a moment. We are sunrise on the sea. I don't love you cause you're forever. I love you cause you're here with me. Right here with me.
I know one day the tide will change. Every touch won't stay the same. But that don't make me hold you tighter. It just makes this holy. Love me like it's sacred, like tomorrow's not guaranteed. Hold me like a blessing, not a thing you need, not a thing you need.
Don't promise me forever,
Just promise me tonight.
if love is only borrowed time.
Then let's make it infinite.
If love is only borrowed
I don't
time,
want a
let's make
cage
it-
of roses, I don't want a golden chain. I want hands that never tremble when the sky begins to change. If I leave before the sunrise, if you fade before the dawn, let our love be like the ocean, still moving when we're gone. No possession, no illusion, no desperate claim to stay. Just two souls in evolution, brave enough to love this way.
Love me like it's sacred, like we're fearless in the flame. Kiss me like the universe is breathing in our name. Don't promise me forever, just promise me tonight. If nothing here can last forever, let love outlive the night. We don't own each other, we awaken each other. We don't cling, we expand right here, right now. That's how love becomes eternal. Love me like it's sacred, like we're dust beneath the stars.
Hold me like the universe is beating in our hearts. If this is just a moment, let it burn so bright that even when the forms all fade, our love outlives the night. We don't own each other, we awaken each other. We don't cling, we expand right here, right now. That's how love becomes eternal.
Love me like it's sacred, like we're dust beneath the stars. Hold me like the universe is beating in our hearts. If this is just a moment, let it burn so bright that even when the forms all fade, our love outlives the night. Love me like it's sacred.
This song you can use to treat solo cool. It's like Chris Brown singing. You know? Oh, it's beautiful.
And I
Beautiful.
did an Afro pop version, yeah. Hold on a second. I'm not sure. Maybe you can tell me. We can vote between the two. And this one is approved. Hold on.
Thank you for this breath between us, for the silence when you stay. Nothing promised, nothing borrowed, still I choose you anyway. We are stardust in a moment, we are sunrise on the sea. I don't love you cause you're forever, I love you cause you're here with me, right here with me.
I know one day the tide will change, every touch won't stay the same, but that don't make me hold you tighter. It just makes this holy, holy.
Love me like it's sacred, like tomorrow's not guaranteed. Hold me like a blessing, not a thing you need, not a thing you need. Don't promise me forever, just promise me tonight. If love is only borrowed time, then let's make it infinite.
I don't want a cage of roses, I don't want a golden chain. I want hands that never tremble when the sky begins to change. If I leave before the sunrise, if you fade before the dawn, let our love be like the ocean, still moving when we're gone. No possession, no illusion, no desperate claim to stay. Just two souls in evolution, brave enough to love this way.
Love me like it's sacred, like we're fearless in the flame. Kiss me like the universe is breathing in our name. Don't promise me forever, just promise me tonight. If nothing here can last forever, let love outlive the night. We don't own each other, we awaken each other. We don't cling, we expand right here, right now. That's how love becomes eternal. Love me like it's sacred, like we're dust beneath the stars. Hold me like the universe is beating in our hearts. If this is just a moment, let it burn so bright that even when the forms all fade, our love outlives the night.
Love me like it's sacred.
You put that on YouTube as well.
Thank you for this breath between us.
I did 14 versions. But I think the R&B and the Afro pop are my favorites. What I thought?
And it's the lyrics. It's just so beautiful that it doesn't matter the version. It touches the soul.
Yeah.
If you are listening to the lyrics, it hits the soul, and you forget whatever version it is.
Nothing promised, nothing borrowed. Still, I choose you anyway.
Now you add songwriter to your name. If I write it, actually write songwriter.
The less case like we holding the what's called the universe within our hearts, you know. Just love me like it's sacred. I love it. G, what do you think? You don't believe in AI?
Sounds fine.
Just fine.
Yeah.
What are your ethical reservations, Joshua?
Do you know what fine is an acronym that means flipping incapable of naming my emotions?
Sure.
Lovely. Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So we started looking at, in fact, who wants to recap? Quick recap of last week's. Who wants to go for it?
Oh, last week we just talked about love, obviously. That I remember well was the ontological love. As you explained it, that love as a being, as opposed to love as a feeling or condition or fantasy. When you come to that awareness that love is a being, is who you are, is who you have become, that who you always be, as opposed to all the things that we are feeling within us when we see people or expecting people to do for us, or the conditions, or the things that our society expects of us to show, to prove us, or to approve of us. That is real love. It doesn't need anybody's approval. Doesn't place conditions. Doesn't place demands. No expectations. I think we also did talk about love is not something we attract, but something we allow to find expression. Okay, that ties in with love, that ontological love being a being, because if you come to that awareness that love is a being and you allow it to have that full expression, nothing can limit it, nothing can oppose it. In that you love people because you cannot do any other thing. That is who you are. Not because they demand of you to love them, not because they expect for you to love them, not because you are doing that to reciprocate their behavior. But you're doing that because that's who you are. It's just like, and I think you said the example, the sun comes out at a time and shines. Regardless, it doesn't matter what we do to it. When it's due for it to shine, it will shine. When it's due for it to rain, it will rain. You can't stop it. You can't do anything to attract it to rain, or you can't do anything to stop it. It does it because that is the nature of it. And so when we come to that awareness, that We don't need anybody to approve, or how do I put it? All the things that we expect of the world, the love, the peace, serenity. It's not something that we ought to expect from the world. It's something that is within, something that we have to be aware of and allow it to become or to have that expression. So love is more of you, your being, your whole embodiment than something outside of you or something that the society is expecting of you. Yeah, that's as far as I can go. As far as my eye can see. I'll end here. So I will continue.
Yeah, and I
And I
remember you asking the question, or we dealt with the question, if love hurts, or if, yeah, if love hurts. And I think we came to the conclusion that yes, it does. If, in a sense that if you're trying to discipline a child, from the perspective of the child, it's painful. And as well as the parents as well, because after during the week, I was thinking about it, that the parents also goes through some form of pain, in the sense that it takes discipline to discipline a child. Discipline in the sense that, okay, if a child is addicted to the
sometimes it
game,
takes frustration, doesn't it?
yeah, so it's the comfort. The parents easily, most parents easily, okay, have this tablet or play on the game, whilst I also do my own thing, or But it will also, when you take that tablet, you take that game, the child is always on you. Do this for me. I want this. I want that. But if they were on the game or on the tablet, you also just be doing your own thing. So it's all, both sides is it's pain until you come to that place where you find a balance. So yeah, I think that's what I remember.
Thank you. Recall that I indicated that reality is a mirror. So we're still looking at this in the context of reality transfer. Insanity is to look at a mirror and expect the mirror to smile or to laugh, to giggle before you do. The world is constantly reflecting our projections back to us. And that's why people can make pronouncements like, I'm being loving, oh, I'm giving, I'm cheerful, I'm spiritual, and all these things. And yet, deep down, they feel something totally opposite or contrary to what they are saying. Because their inner state is not resonating with the reality that they want to experience on the outside. Life does not respond to your performance. It only responds to your frequency. In our discussion with the kids this morning, came to the conclusion or the understanding that life gives us not what we deserve, not what we desire, but who we are. The outcomes are a reflection of what you are projecting on the outside. Harsh as it may sound. So we have, I would like to believe that those of us of this household, we've come to accept that conscious love, as we've said, doesn't prove its worth. It doesn't even try to manage how it's perceived, because that would be a deception. It doesn't need another to complete them. And it's not in negotiation for affection. It's just pure coherence. In saying that, something that Michael Singer says that I love, that the suffering that we feel in love, so tying that in with we talking about does love hurt? The suffering that we feel in life, or in love often arises from our inner resistances to life, how we want things to be and things not being like that, and then we fret, we fight. Whatever the relationship may be. And this is not because love is dangerous, but because the pain is love revealing to us areas we are still holding on to our conditioned self. And the moment we let go, the pain goes. See? So love is not really hurting, it's not trying to punish us, but it's giving us feedback, it's educating us, it's training our soul. I'm a student of Rumi. And I love what Rumi says. That quote cannot leave my heart. It can't leave my head. It says that our responsibility or our assignment or our task is not to seek to love, but to merely find or identify the barriers within ourselves that we have built against it. I repeat, our obsession, our assignment is not to seek for love, but to identify the barriers, the obstacles, the walls within us which we have erected against love or intimacy. And when you have identified these walls, you can either choose, this is my extension. You can either choose to pull down the walls, or you can find where you can put doors so that you can have fluidity. And that kind of mindset, I'll say, primarily helps me. Every relationship you have, let me break this down. Why do we think, oh, it is God who plans the solitude in families? Amma, your verse. Why do we think? Why do we think life gives us relationships? So relationships here, father, mother, child, boyfriend, side chick, side cock, husband, wife, relationship in general. Why do we think life gives us relationships? And this is where what we're talking about changes. Because I know that I'm deviating, but it's just something I felt in my spirit right now. Yeah. So let's go with it. Why does life give us relationships?
I think life gives us relationship for growth, for us to grow, to expand in our emotions, our awareness, and our consciousness. Because I think love is also about growth as well.
Not really. Any other thoughts? Why does life give us relationships? Any more? Okay. Spot on. Every relationship is a curriculum. God gives us families, gives us relationships, associations to train and prepare, to train us, or we choose. I now align with the idea that we even choose our relationship before we come here. Based on how you want to evolve, choose your relationships before you come. Based on your assignment, based on what you believe you're here for, or you identified as being here for. relationships that are required to nurture you for that mandate finds you. And once we understand it like this, we will be positioned to benefit from every relationship, learn what we need to learn from it. And sometimes you may have to learn that lesson for a subsequent one. The other times you will have to probably live with that lesson because that's what you need for life. But all of that is dictated by our own choices. So all the things which annoy us, the things we find uncomfortable, every trigger, emotional, whether it being psychological, emotional trigger, is a teacher. It's trying to teach us something. Every conflict, every friction, every situation of friction is an indicator, is a signal to us. In one of my favorite concepts, obviously, you've heard me say, you probably used to me saying this, I've said this a lot of times about pendulums, and it's one of my favorite concepts when it comes to transcendent reality. What are pendulums? We will take our time to go more into that, but I'm just making a point here as we talk about love. So the pendulum is the collective energy or the energetic structures that feed on our emotions. So let's say, I'll give an example. You go to a gym, for instance, and as soon as everyone finishes using the equipment, most people will wipe it down. You understand? That becomes the culture of the place. It becomes that pendulum. And when you are not fitting it, it looks awkward. It feels like it's out of place. You understand? Can you still hear me? Because the images are still, so I'm not sure if I'm coming through.
I can hear you loud and clear.
We can hear you.
Okay.
The images are fine from here. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, that's fine. So long as it's fine from there, then I'm fine because I'm not seeing it properly. Okay. So pendulums and relationships have their own pendulums as well. So like yesterday, something funny. I put a post on Facebook. I did that intentionally, just mischievously. And because the pendulum states that Valentine wishes is between lovers, and one of my sisters was just harassing me. Why haven't you put your wife's name there? And I was just laughing in my head. And I'm like, But if I wanted to mention the person's name would be there. Why does it even become an issue? Can I not put a message there as my love to the world, and anybody who reads it, it's my message to them? Am I not entitled to do that? No, genuinely. I want your thoughts on that.
No, Valsday is the pendulum is lavish.
Question answered.
But it's quite sad, isn't it?
It's not sad.
It's not,
I mean,
I'm the only crazy one.
It's not sad.
Well,
It's you refusing to accept that, or you don't want to, you always want to be that one who wants to be the black vote, but it's fine.
you.
No, I always want to be that one who has done it.
You always want to become the black vote. But look at it this way. Look at it this way. Like the statement you made the last time, that when you talk about healing service, every day is healing service, all services are healing service, but that day specifically is the pinnacle of, the energy or whatever, so it is. You show your love every day. You love the world, you love everybody, but one day is to celebrate the union you have with your side chick or your missus, your husband, it doesn't negate the fact that you still love the world on that day. You love the world on that day anyway, but
You love the world every day,
every
just that
day,
one day
that
for
one day, show it to express that to
channel
your
the energy,
and even that one day you want to deprive them of enjoying that
you.
love. It is serious. We need to look at that behavior.
You people have got corrupted minds. Are you there?
We are here.
Yeah, we are listening.
Your brains are corrupted. But I'll let it be. It's a test I did, and I kind of got the results I was expecting in you. And I've come to accept that many relationships are not built on love. They are built. Okay, so they are. Let me just correct it. Many relationships are built on an idea of love instead of being built on love. An idea. So I need you to validate me. Built on fear, need, certain conditioned identities. I need you to stay around with me so that I feel safe. I don't want you out of my sight because I get uncomfortable not knowing what you're doing. I need you to behave a certain way so that I can relax, so that I can be okay. If you love me, do what I like, or I love, and what makes me happy. I need you to validate me. This is not love. You just allow yourself to become an energetic vampire, trying to draw extract from the energies of others so that you will feel okay or you feel all right. And in that moment, what is meant to be a state that we step into for our own lives or our own soul's enhancement becomes a trap. It becomes a means to an end. And it creates imbalance. And that's when you have people placing a lot of importance, a lot of emphasis on being chosen, being needed, being approved of. And then we get more agitated, we get more unstable. And then we even feel the more unloved. I've realized one thing, that every imbalance in our ecosystem, what it does is it creates excessive potential on one side, and that needs to be balanced. So I've given this example before. Assuming I'm holding a glass of water and I'm shaking visibly terribly at a point of dropping it, letting go of it, and having it tumble to the point of even breaking and cutting me to hurt me. And if you happen to be in my vicinity, I've given this example before, and you can do something about it, what would you do? What will you do?
Grab a glass for me before it falls, innit?
Exactly. Rightly so. And why do you do that? Or why would you do that?
It's to prevent the aftermath of it falling. Because if it falls, it breaks, cuts you. And I do that out of concern and the love I have for you.
Exactly. And that's exactly what the universe does to us. Things that we create excessive value to other than it's really due them. Things that we create excessive importance to other than is really due. That stops us from living. Things that we get unnecessarily, unduly anxious about and wanting to happen by all means. Because our anxiety causes an imbalance in a bid to have a balance or to establish equilibrium. The universe in its sovereignty steps in and takes that thing away from you. To balance and provide stability. So, importance overvaluing creates excess potential. And that needs to be balanced. That is why when you are with someone and they are too clingy, it repels you. Have you realized that? If you like a woman and you chase them too much, they start pulling away. It creates distance. In the same way, when you try too hard, you are trying too hard in a love environment to impress, it will over time it will damage intimacy. Because conscious love is anchored, it's stable. It's not attached. Does anyone disagree?
We agree.
Okay. It's anchored in presence, it's anchored in wholeness, and it's anchored in self-trust. It doesn't mean you are aloof, it doesn't mean you are indifferent. So if I want to be with you, Kweku, for instance, and you are with me, will I be anxious about you coming to me? Our persistent anxiety is evidence that we feel like we are going to lose. We are losing it. We are afraid that it's going to go away. We are afraid that the way we feel is going to change. So now we are doing everything to ensure that we can maintain that. And in doing so, we disturb intimacy. It's one reality that hit me years ago. Because that would be assuming a state that love is not true. So when you are consumed with conscious love, you stop reacting. There's no point to prove. There's no burden to convince. And you don't have to negotiate your worth. You don't have to try to make anyone see your value or anyone appreciate your worth. It's just a state that you assume, and you dwell in the truth of that. And this is not pretending, this is not denial. back to what we've started, what our focus for the year is. It's just pure alignment. And I've realized that one of the things which has helped me find ease or flow in my love relationships is presence. I've realized the more present I become, or the more present I stay, all these unconscious patterns, they are just losing their grip over me. But I no longer need to demand love from anyone. I maintain the love me, and then that love me radiates and it circulates in my environment and anyone that I come in contact with. I'm not trying to chase clarity. And clarity in itself will arise. There's not a single day that I wake up thinking, oh, what if my wife leaves me? Oh, I may lose my wife, or somebody might take my wife away from me. Oh, my wife is talking to someone, I think she's going to leave me. And I can't even think like that. Not because she's not doing anything that can make me think that. But I can't. Because over the years, my attachment has dissolved, or it's getting dissolved by the day. I'm only reflecting and exuding coherence. And lending myself into what the space offers on a consistent and on a daily basis. These aren't stories. These aren't theories. It's an awareness. Deep conscious love is not dramatic. It's not volatile. It's never anxious. It's powerful. It's powerful in a very quiet way. It's the love, is the state you assume where you know, and you know, whether you stay or go, I'm still whole and complete. As we were learning with the kids this morning, I'm more than enough. So I choose, and that is where we choose. Lies a choice we make. We choose freely. We choose relationships freely, not fearfully. Can give out of the abundance of me, and I will never be depleted. Nobody can use me. Like, oh, I have been with you and you've done, and then we had this conversation, and once we were talking, and Kay was saying this, that assuming you have said we can take what you can take whatever, and it doesn't, and that is the point. Very powerful, because your life is not defined by anything. You just can't use me. How are you going to use me? Expansive, inexhaustible resource, reservoir of love. You use me saying, I am created and fashioned to be used. So if you feel you are the one feeling you're using me, the sun is not there feeling used because it's shining and nobody's shining. None of us is shining back. We've not even used, when the science, by their estimates, they looked at the intensity, the energy from the sun, and how much energy we are consuming on the earth. It's not, they concluded it's not even 1 trillionth. We have not exhausted using 1 trillionth of the energy that the what's called the sun pours on us, not since we've been here, on a daily basis. How can you exhaust it? It's pouring to the point we don't even know how to use it. Up until today, till today, we are still figuring how to even use the sun's energy to do stuff that we can't even contain it. We can't get our minds. How can you use me? How? But I honestly can't think it. Because in your mind, if I have a life with you and I build property with you and you decide to go when you're taking the property, you have used me. I mean, how? No, someone help me. How can someone use you? I'm made and designed to be used. And in the same way, I receive without guilt. I used to struggle with receiving, honestly. Because I'm conditioned with it's more blessed to give than receive. I want to tell you this. Like, I want to be the one always giving to people, but I've also come to understand. I have to just release myself. If everybody is thinking like me, the same way I want to give to people, it will also be on the hearts of people to give to me. The fact that someone is blessing me doesn't mean they are seeing me as needy, because I don't bless people because I see them as needy. I bless them because that is what arises within me. That is the expression that my life is finding at a particular time, and I so let it be. Receive without guilt. And assuming this state, you can only attract the beautiful lessons of life and resonance. And we feel the pain because of our resistance to this lesson that life is bestowing on us. I invite all of us to this sacred choice. Will you continue to demand love from life? Or will you become the state of love that projects to the external and receives its own reflection back? Think about it. When love gets soft, just say, I'm just going to touch on this, then we finish. And sometimes it becomes challenging because we often reckon love in the context of relationships or sexual or romantic love. That's why we hear such phrases. When love turns sour, oh, in a relationship, love is not enough. And if I ask myself, if love is not enough, then what is? He says that upon this, we were having this chat last week at my wedding. Upon this hangs all the law and the prophet. And I said, if that's the case, it's like having a curtain rod. That hangs my curtains. If the rod is broken, there's no curtain. Upon it hangs all the law and the prophet. Upon it hangs life. God is love. God is enough. To love is enough. Very simple mathematics. But because you have been conditioned to think of love in forms other than what it really is, why we come up with some of these narratives. Is there any question to this point? Any question? Or any addition? Am I the only one here?
We're here.
Yeah, here.
Question for me.
Okay. So when love turns sour, does love fail? Does love end?
Well, if you use me, I get used. I laugh for
Mhm.
you. Because I mean, for some of us, you'll be used. If they use you too much, your love will end. You know? That was just by the way, but to think of ontological love, like you said, love cannot end. But if love is a being, love is God, and God is love. Love cannot end.
Q. Anything to the contrary or anything in agreement?
I don't think love can end. The only thing is, it's all in the context of it. It all depends on the eyes or what the person is defining love as. Because in as much as yes, we know if we're going through scripture what love is. Love, God is love and is eternal, is absolute. People still, based on their understanding, someone will argue and say that, oh, love is love ends, or because they've moved on from the relationship, there is no more love. They just chose to walk away from it, from the expression of love.
Or they close their heart to it.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's not there.
Mm.
So if the sun is shining and I decide to draw my curtains, put up dark blackout curtains and stay indoors, it doesn't mean the sun is not shining. It's still shining, but I'm just blocking myself from receiving it.
In a sense, just like what the quote you made, you just putting an obstacle. It's just the obstacle.
Exactly. The
to love.
barriers that
doesn't mean
love.
love doesn't end, but you have
It doesn't.
decided to put an obstacle. And those things are arising from a misunderstanding between love and relationship. So if you don't feel the need to be in a relationship with somebody anymore, you block yourself, from having that love with the person.
Meanwhile,
you love somebody. You love somebody else. You can love somebody else.
It can be the same person. You see them sometimes, and your heart does pum pum pum. But
no, with that you miss certain things that you used to do together. But
all right, I think Graven has asked the question. What is it saying? Can someone have a look at it?
Brother Ben says, can love be transactional? Because you do something, you get love in return.
Okay. Can we briefly look at that?
Love in the supermarket. Love from. Well, I think that's what we've been trying to disembark all this while. That transactional love that we expect to receive from people, so that we can in turn love them back. You expect somebody to be good to you so that you can also be good to the person. That is you only. That is not you seeing yourself as love, or love being you, being your whole being. Because you being love, or coming to that realization that love is a being, which is you, it can be transactional. It's not give and take. The moment you walk with that understanding that love is give and take, you're only acting on the conditions of society. So that love can be give and take. That is the conditional love. Okay, I love you because you also love me. I'll give you because you also give me. But the love that we are talking about, that we expect people to be awakened to, is that ontological love. Love as a being, God being love. He loves without expecting us to do it. We can decide to not love God, but our God. So if you decide worshippers and all those things, you're going to worship God and you're going to love God, God has not. It's good to embrace, because you love God because that is who you are. You are God, and so that love is give and take in that sense. It's complementing each other. But you're not loving God for God to love you. You're not doing anything for God to show his love for you. He makes his rain to rain on the just and the unjust. And that is the love that we are talking about. So yes, Brother Eben, the transactional love can be, and that's what the world know. That is what is happening in most relationships. But what we are talking about and raising awareness to is love being your being who you are, that you cannot do anything about. Now that I'm there as a man, I cannot do anything about my, on a better word, manhood. I'm a man. I can pace by standing up and then unzipping, standing straight. I cannot do any other thing. That's all that I know to do. If I sit down, it's because I'm afraid of my missus. So I need to sit down to keep the toilet book tidy. If not, I stand. That is my being. Your being is love. You can only pour out love. And I think that is what Paul said. So, moreover, the Lord was giving that same verse about grace did much more abound. In the face of the troubles, the disrespect, the supposedly, disobeying God, the love of God was expanded because God could not do any other thing. He can only pour out his love. So that's what I can say to it.
Thank you. I think what you added on Ben later on summarizes it as well, kind of brings the point home. The nature of the Father is just to love, and God doesn't withhold love. And sometimes when I say, oh, God does this, God does that, I pause and ask, where God, where is he? That we are always pointing to something outside of us. Anyway, it causes its rain to shine. It causes it to rain on both the righteous and unrighteous, and the sun to shine on both the godly and ungodly. It doesn't operate. So, yes, most of what people call love is often transactional. You cheat, I also cheat.
And that is selling yourself short of your being.
It's the dumbest thing I have heard in recent times. You give me affection, I'll give you loyalty. Give me money, I'll give you sex. If you support me, I'll validate you.
Give me sex, I'll give you 4 boys.
Yeah, but that's not transaction. If you behave well, I will stay with you, I will not abandon you. If you meet my needs, I meet yours. This is not evil. Okay, let's correct it. But if that is the level and the dimension that you operate in, then so be it. But I wouldn't call this love. It's simply conditional. It's just conditional bonding. I wouldn't even call it conditional love. It's conditional bonding, because love doesn't have condition. So that phrase, I forbid you from using it. Love is love. There's nothing like unconditional love and condition. Love doesn't have condition. It's conditional bonding. So when we look at it from a psychological, physiological perspective, we see that relationships do operate with exchange. So we have this investment. I think we take our time and look at this holistically. Requires time, requires energy, attention, care, physical, intimacy, support. So in that context, relationships are cooperative agreements. You understand? We having an agreement with ourselves to conduct ourselves in a certain fashion. But here is the distinction. It's not about control. It's about a healthy thriving. That's what I want to call it. Because a transaction says, just as you said, we expected to give to God so that God gives us blessing. I give in order to get. But love says, I give because I'm full. I'm full of it. It's just inexhaustible. I cannot be exhausted. When we give in order to, when we are giving because we are expecting, we are anticipating a reward. You are not giving, you are only investing. You can't say to have given, or you can't say to have given. You're only making an investment. And investments is an investment, that's why it's creating an expectation. And that expectation will create excess potential, bringing it back to pendulum. And that excess potential is going to create tension between the two of you because you have done it and they haven't given, they have not given that measured response yet. So you are waiting. When is he going to do it? When is he going to do it? When is she going to do it? When is she going to do it? When is she going to do it? When is he going to say thank you? When is he going to show appreciation? And then that creates disorder. The next moment you have disengaged yourself emotionally from the person in your mind. You have given yourself an occasion to be off the end, or be offended. You are sat on the end. And when you're offended, when you are off the end, what happens? You fall over. My loose analogy. Offense is just sitting off the end. You know? And if you are sat off the end, you will fall over. You trip. You start appreciate, you start notice, oh, she didn't appreciate me enough. Oh, he looks at I wear my dress, she didn't compliment me, but I saw her complimenting someone else for looking good. Oh, why does he say this to this person, but she can't say that to me? Oh, in this relationship, I'm giving more than she's giving me. And things like that. They are not reciprocating my actions, my love, equally. I'm the only one giving. And now, the only thing that can enter at that point is resentment. There's no other way of saying this. And then your relationship becomes an accountant's relationship. That's what I call it. In a relationship where there's account giving and account keeping, intimacy dies. That's a fact. You're keeping records, intimacy will die. It will die. Yes, I would say that relationships require reciprocity, but love is not transactional. I express my love, you express your love, the pair of us are nourished. No pressure, no calculation. Oh, he doesn't see, he's not speaking my love language. It's a problem that I have. So you meet someone and their love language is whatever, let's say kissing, and your love language is holding hands. How is that going to work? Should you allow yourself to appreciate how the other person loves, or the other person has got to love you the way you want to be loved? Question to all of us. Will you open yourself and stay, or do you open yourself consciously to realize, oh, you know what? When she doesn't hold my hands, it doesn't mean she doesn't love me. But maybe, it could be, by whatever conditioning, background, upbringing, whatever. Or sometimes even traumas growing up. makes us feel a certain way. I know someone, the only time you can touch them somewhere is when they are in the mood. If they are not in the mood, you touch them anywhere, they are agitated. Can you say because of that the person doesn't love you, or they are not communicating? So you must respond in a specific way, or I feel deprived. That is attachment. It is attachment. And that's why the Buddhists say, what was it called? The Buddha says that, oh, thank you. He says, craving turns connection into suffering. Craving turns connection into suffering. We need people to be to act in a certain way in order for us to feel okay, in order for us to feel that the love is there, in order for us to feel connected. So back to the question, in an instance where someone is communicating love in a different way to what we or how we want to receive it, what do we do? Doesn't mean that the two of you can't be. So he needs to go and find someone who speaks their love language. Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
Well, I think that's where people come up with all those ideas that they are not compatible, because my love language is this way and yours is that way. I think it's just when you become aware, like we've said, somebody not wanting to hold your hand in the public space doesn't mean the person doesn't love you. Or there's not a single way of showing love or expressing love. We express love in different ways, just as God expresses his love in different ways. God expresses his love as the sun shining, expresses his love as the moon mooning, as the rain raining, as the trees providing shelter. And in the days that it is raining, there are some of us who don't want it to rain because I want to go to work, and this way I don't want it. But that is, somebody is also somewhere enjoying the rain because the person has been praying for rain.
Yeah.
Is it bad? Is the rain bad? Or is God not showing love to me? He's showing love, but not in the way that I want it at that time. It's love. So love is expressed in different ways, shape, and form. When you allow yourself for that beauty of God to have its full expression in whatever way, and you enjoy its individuality, that you embrace each one of it, that is where the beauty lies. So the person shows up in a way that you are used to, you love it. Shows up in a way or expresses love in a way that you are not used to, you allow yourself the liberty to enjoy it and learn something out of it. And that's what Sofumami said. Or you said, God gives us relationship for growth. So when I was brought up, I didn't know that although you go straight to the bullet, we didn't know that, holding people's hand in public, putting your arm around their neck. Me, I've not even danced 2 times with Mary. I don't even remember walking time with Mary. You walk with somewhere, let me walk my somewhere, But I love it to be. She allows me to be, But when you come and then you see people, oh man, this is beautiful. Let's try it. And you do it once, you learn something new. Or if you find yourself somebody who loves giving flowers, I've never bought flowers before because me, I'm lucky. My missus don't even like flowers, so I'm lucky. Our anniversary, I always forget our anniversary. She won't make a fuss about it. We both not anniversary people, which is good. Yeah, it's my lucky. I'm lucky. But if you find somebody who shows affection and love in that manner, you embrace it. So it's more of allowing yourself to enjoy the shapes and the forms of love. It's just that. Just that. That's what I can say.
Thank you. Is anyone adding anything else? Or should I continue? I think we need to be wrapping up with it. Amma, Zabunsu, Jay, Sam.
Continue.
Okay. I just thought to chip in this at this time as we talk about this particular point. Very often in spiritual growing or in spiritual growth, permit me to use the word spiritual growth. Growth is growth. Something strange occurs. Two people meet, they fall in love, they build on a life together, and then one begins to awaken. An awakening is something that doesn't ask for your permission. It begins quietly, subtly, through your personal dissatisfaction with how things are, personal inquiry, a sense that something deeper is calling you. And then you realize all of a sudden, conversations that you once found satisfying, they no longer feel like they nourish you. When a person even cracks a joke, their jokes no longer land. You don't find it funny anymore. The things that you find you used to be apathetic, or your shared grievances, let me use that phrase, no longer bond. You're talking about someone is dead, they are crying, being moody all over the place, but you appear indifferent, not because you don't care, but you don't see it the way they see it. And then there's gradual widening. Question then arises. Am I just discerning differently? I'm sharing something very personal. Am I just being discerning differently, or I'm being overly judgmental? And over the time, I've realized that ego, my favorite word, according to Amma, can disguise itself as superiority. It can disguise, even superiority can disguise it as growth. And then sometimes, if you are not careful, you probably feel that maybe your partner is withdrawing from you, but it's not because they are withdrawing, but they are growing in a space that you aren't growing in. So it feels like you are now worlds apart. I think next week, I'm going to have to deal with this. How the unconscious partner in a relationship can be a teacher. Yeah, because the things that are coming into my heart now, time wouldn't permit me to exhaust it. But these things are real. I remember when we went for the session last weekend, and we were talking about how relationships fall flat. I still stand with this, that mismatched spiritual adventures can collapse a relationship quicker than infidelity or even finances. It can. It can. Does unconditional love mean unconditional access? To where you love someone deeply, but you are not committed to participate in their harmful dynamics that you no longer find amusing. You may love someone, even if you can't, even if they cannot, I'm just saying, let me say it that way. You may love someone even if they cannot meet you emotionally. Talking about love language and all of that. You may love someone even if they cannot grow with you. You may love someone even if they cannot reciprocate your depth. But you may choose not to remain. This is discernment, and it's not transaction. We will go more into this. I don't know where this came from. We'll go more into this next week. I thought we were going to finish this week, but we'll go more into this next week. Remind me. If you don't remind me, I'll be talking about something else. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Bless you, sir.
Who wants to pray?
Joshua. Shall we pray? What then can we say? The scripture says, if God is for us, who or what can be against us? Now rephrase it and I say, if love is our being, who or what can be against the love that we are? We remain grateful to God, to the universe, for the awareness wherein we walk. I pray that this awareness that has gotten hold of us will find expression wherever we find ourselves and whoever that we come into contact with. Let the world resonate with this. That if God, who is love, has become our being, then we all are love. May whosoever who is desiring love, they come to that awareness that they themselves are love. That love is all that they are, love is within and not outside of them. And out of this love, let every heart that is broken be mended. Let every fear be erased. Let every agitation, every anxiety in marriages, in relationship be lifted off. Because love is all that we are and all that we can be. As we have entered a new week, I pray that the womb of this week will be unto us good, perfect peace, serenity. May everything that concerns you, may everything that concerns your work, your children, be perfect and be divine. And so we say together, and so it is.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen. And now let the ray of thy intelligence and the warmth of your love penetrate even to us. Then that which is volatile shall be fixed. The shadow shall be a body. The spirit of air shall be a soul. The dream shall become reality. In the place of pureness, of love, of serenity, in a place where we are, the eternal medicine for cosmic grandeur, splendor, and magnificence. I bless you. I bless you. God bless you. Amen.
Amen.
Shalom. Life is us. Bye-bye.